How's it going, guys? My name is Daniel Vallieres and I'm here today to show you how to build your own didgeridoos. Now these are just two of the ones that I've built so far. I'm very happy with them. They're extremely fun to play, and I hope this video inspires you to make your own. So enjoy. Before we get on to all the footage of me building the didgeridoo, I'm going to have to tell you how I cut it in half first, because the video is going to start with it cut in half. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a saw, find a beautiful pine tree, and find a beautiful branch that speaks to you. It must speak to you, or else don't cut it down. So you find a branch that speaks to you, and then you cut it down, you bring it home, and then you saw it in half, all the way down, top to bottom. Saw it in half. So you can use a bandsaw if you like, or you can use a hand saw. As long as it's pine, it won't be too hard to cut with either. So it might take you a little bit, but trial and error. I think you'll get it. So the video starts now. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Hey guys. Okay, so to start this video off, I'm going to be using a chisel to carve out the inside of the didgeridoo, and I'm planning on making it about 1/3 of an inch thick. Now that's what you generally want the inside to be, and I'm using a piece of pine right now. The only thing, my only concern here is I'm using a flat-headed chisel, and I'd suggest you use a round chisel because it would be a lot easier. Okay, so coming up next here, I'm going to be sanding the inside of the didgeridoo. It's very important when you're sanding to make sure that you get every little crack and bump out of the inside and make it as smooth as possible, so the sound travels through as best it possibly can. Now moving on to the mouthpiece here, I want to make sure that when I put the beeswax onto the mouthpiece, it fits my face perfectly. So it's important that you make a good fit for your face. Now here I'm just carving out the bell, making sure everything's perfect before I start this. Now here I am completely finished sanding. I'm all the way finished carving, and I'm ready to start my sealing job. Now I'm using polyurethane, and I'm sealing all of the inside, and I'm making sure that it's completely waterproof and completely sealed. Now when you're sealing, it's very important to remember that you don't seal the parts you're going to glue together, because if you do that, then the carpenter's glue that you're going to be using later on won't adhere properly, and that might prevent it from staying together for years. So it's important that you do that. Now here's the part where I'm putting an even coat of carpenter's glue on the edges here, and I'm going to be using, to my left and to your right, there's little circle clamps on the ground, and I'm going to be using those to clamp it together once I get the glue on and I put the top on. And now those are really cheap. You can buy them at Canadian Tire. All of the parts here are really cheap. It won't cost you too much to get. Again, I think it's very important that you use the circular clamps, because they're going to provide an even amount of pressure around the entire circumference of the piece. Whereas if you use a clamp that provides top pressure and bottom pressure, you might break your piece, because pine is very, it's a softwood. It's very easy to break. Now here I'm just kind of fixing up the outsides a little bit. If there's any little spot where I see there's a little glue missing, I just kind of put it in, and then tried to like squish it in a little more, and just do my best to get it together. If you carve it out quick enough, then you'll never have this problem. But my piece was a little warped before I started working at it. So, all right, so here it is, all glued together, and it's time to carve it or do whatever you want to do to it. So you could either paint it, burn it, carve it, whatever you want to do. Be creative. But here's what I came up with. Now carving this out took me about 3 hours, and I used my knife, and it took a long time, and I was very careful. No, I'm lying. I was pretty careless, but be careful if you're going to use a knife to carve one of these, because you could hurt yourself. Okay, so after you're done carving or doing whatever you decide to do with the outside, it's time to do exactly what you did with the inside, and put coats of polyurethane around the whole thing and make sure it's sealed. This might take you 2 or 3 coats, maybe more. Sand it down a little bit in between coats with a very light sanding paper, and then seal it up again, and do that until it's perfect. Okay, so here's the part where I brought it into the house after it was all finished, and I was just so stoked, and I'm pretty sure it was really late at night, and I was really excited. So time to put on a beeswax mouthpiece and wait till the morning to give it a shot. Hey guys, thanks again for watching this video, and I hope it has inspired you to make your own didgeridoo someday. And if you like this video or any of my other videos, please subscribe. I'll be doing tons and tons of videos. I have tons of instruments that I've been playing and practicing, and I have a lot of music to record and videotape as well. So I really I hope you subscribe, I hope you stick around, and I hope you enjoy my world. Thank you very much.